I ain't doing this one. We can have all the fun we want with these video games and this showcase, and these fantasy matchups like Offensica versus Bubba Ray and Diva. I'm not doing shtick about Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. That's a little too volatile. And it's way too personal for Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins came up together in the Shield. And Seth Rollins took it upon himself to disband the Shield by blindsiding Roman Reigns with a chair. At WrestleMania 31, Roman Reigns, in the main event of WrestleMania, was about to win the WWE title when Seth Rollins cashed in Money in the Bank and stole the main event, the match, and the title from Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns lost the Undisputed Championship after almost 4 years, the greatest title reign of all time, to Cody Rhodes. Not because Cody Rhodes was the better man, but because Seth Rollins was right there. And the seduction, the bloodlust that Roman Reigns had for that moment of revenge was too much for Roman Reigns to give up. And for the first time in Roman Reigns' life, he took his eye off the ball for that much time and smashed Seth Rollins with a chair, the same way Seth did a decade earlier to Roman. And that moment gave Cody Rhodes all he needed to end the most historic title reign in WWE history. I'm supposed to do shtick about Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins for a showcase? I mean, it's smart, because the next time Roman Reigns steps into the ring with Seth Rollins will be the last time Seth Rollins steps into a ring. Next time Roman Reigns gets his hands on Seth Rollins, you won't have your architect anymore. You won't have your visionary anymore. You won't have your revolutionary anymore. You will have your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, but you'll never again have Seth freaking Rollins. Roman Reigns will put an end to Seth Rollins in WWE. And then the only way you'll ever be able to see Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins will be in the WWE 2K25 showcase. Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins from the 2022 Royal Rumble. And that's not a prediction. That's a spoiler.
The big question as we kick off Royal Rumble, will Roman survive tonight? Well, the man who's walking down the aisle here in front of 44,000 plus is the greatest champion of all time, transcending the business. And tonight, it's personal. For 17 months, Roman Reigns has dominated everyone. And luckily for Roman, he's had a special counsel and his cousins to help him keep cool, keep focused, and concentrate on the business at hand. Now Paul Heyman is gone, and the Usos are barred from ringside. And without those calming forces, Corey, cracks started to form last night in Roman's armor.
No telling how Roman's going to handle things on his own. It's been years since he competed on his own. But that's the situation we're seeing right now for the Tribal Chief. In recent weeks, Seth Rollins touched on the one thing that Roman Reigns has not been able to get over: the dissolution of the Shield at the hands of Seth Rollins.
Roman Reigns is a loyal man, a family man, and what Seth Rollins did to his family was cowardly in the eyes of the head of the table, the Tribal Chief, the man who is blessed by the gods of sports entertainment. Corey, on SmackDown last night, we saw one thing that we haven't seen out of Roman Reigns. We saw Roman Reigns lose his cool.
Look at this. Even more mind games from Rollins. As we heard that music pop right there, the Shield, you can't help but have a little nostalgia. You can't help but think back to the glory days of when the Shield would go to town, beating everybody down.
Until that man right there, Seth freaking Rollins, decided to tear it apart. Seth Rollins says he knows Roman Reigns so well. He knows how to prey on the insecurities of the Universal Champion. He knew there was one thing that Reigns will never get over, and that is that Seth Rollins chose to end the Shield. The infamous blow to the back of Roman Reigns with a steel chair many years ago, which broke up perhaps the greatest faction in WWE history. Well, tonight, Rollins will use that to get in the head of the champ and win the Universal title.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the Universal Championship. Introducing the challenger from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 217 pounds, Seth freaking Rollins.
And that title, the WWE Universal Championship, has been in Reigns' possession for a record-breaking 516 days. Can he extend the reign even further tonight? The Royal Rumble Premium Live event kicks off with a match between two former brothers. Roman Reigns in his record 516-day reign as Universal Champion versus Seth Rollins, donned in the old gear that they used to wear in the Shield.
Rollins looks very comfortable in that tactical vest yet again.
But he's even more comfortable inside the head of the Tribal Chief. We haven't seen Roman with this type of look, this type of confusion in 500-plus days.
Placed him in the corner here. Shoulder right to the midsection. Even before Seth put his gear on, he came into this match with a clear-cut advantage.
You're right, Cole. 1 week ago on SmackDown, Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens defeated the Usos. As a result, Jimmy and Jay are barred from ringside.
It was an all-or-nothing move, as Rollins would have lost his title opportunity had that match gone the other way. It just proves that Seth freaking Rollins will take every freaking risk to win.
And a big right hand. Oh, look at this, raining right hands.
Just non-stop blows.
So ruthless.
Reigns is wasting no motion.
And you can see Seth is being run into the ground by Roman.
Oh, shoulder to the gut. Gentlemen, for 17 months, Roman Reigns has dominated. He had special counsel and cousins to help him stay in control, to keep his cool, to concentrate on the business at hand. But now Paul Heyman is gone and the Usos are barred from ringside.
Without those calming forces, cracks have started to show. Every comment Rollins has made about their past cuts deeper. Every mind game breaks Roman's spirit even further. This might be the toughest physical battle the Tribal Chief has faced, but it definitely is his toughest mental battle.
Seth freaking Rollins has made it extremely personal with Roman Reigns. Years ago when he destroyed the Shield, and again in the lead-up to this match.
And if I'm Roman, I'm taking all that aggression and ending this quickly. Go full force and incapacitate Rollins ASAP, because the longer Reigns fights with all his rage, the more potential he has to make a tactical error.
And he re-enters into the ring.
The visionary allowing us all to appreciate his very presence.
I don't know what he's got in mind heading to the floor here.
The Tribal Chief has been dominant over the last 516 days since he captured the Universal Championship. Month after month, he's dominated every top contender on the Smack.
To the sky! Just like that, Rollins dodges.
Reigns had that scouted.
Gets put into the barricade.
Seth losing any command of this match.
The power and rage of the Tribal Chief is just overwhelming Rollins here. The stomp has been so effective for Rollins, but he might have an even more dangerous move this night with the pedigree.
Indeed, the pedigree made famous by a man who's been part of the story since the beginning. Triple H, the man who manipulated Rollins into turning on the Shield, became something of a father figure for Rollins.
And judging by the cerebral approach Rollins has taken tonight, he indeed knows how to play the game.
Opposition. What's the thought here?
Oh, driven face first into the apron.
Roman's on a roll here.
Right now, Seth is unable to evade Roman's offense.
And he tosses him back in now.
Superman punch from Reigns. Absolutely laid Rollins out. And now Reigns Reigns can finally overcome his former Shield brother.
And his head is becoming a bigger target.
Boom! Read that one.
He's pushing back now. Spear! But Reigns! Perfect execution from the champ.
Mounting their downed opponent and firing off a series of blows. And would you look at that? He's been...
The Royal Rumble Premium Live event kicks off with a match between two former brothers. Roman Reigns in his record 516-day reign as Universal Champion versus Seth Rollins, donned in the old gear that they used to wear in the Shield.
Rollins looks very comfortable in that tactical vest yet again.
But he's even more comfortable inside the head of the Tribal Chief. We haven't seen Roman with this type of look, this type of confusion in 500-plus days.
Getting set up in the corner now.
Gentlemen, for 17 months, Roman Reigns has dominated. He had special counsel and cousins to help him stay in control, to keep his cool, to concentrate on the business at hand. But now Paul Heyman is gone, and the Usos are barred from ringside.
Without those calming forces, cracks have started to show. Every comment Rollins has made about their past cuts deeper. Every mind game breaks Roman's spirit even further. This might be the toughest physical battle the Tribal Chief has faced, but it definitely is his toughest mental battle.
Now trampling the opposition.
Reigns just imposing his will right now.
And you can see Seth is being run into the ground by Roman.
Followed by a forearm smash. Roman certainly seems out of his comfort zone right now, guys.
Reigns and his comfort zone aren't even in the same zip code tonight, Cole. Unless he can snap out of it fast, he's going to make a mistake that Rollins will capitalize on.
He got out of dodge just in time. I have to admit, it's a pretty cold move for Rollins to just take the years of history the Shield had and turn it into a joke here tonight.
It's appalling, Saxton. Rollins has always treated that sacred history as a joke. Now we know that Roman Reigns is a loyal man, a family man. What Seth Rollins did to his family 8 years ago was cowardly. Now it's time for Rollins to pay.
The champ probably hoping that emphatic attacks like that will keep them in control here. Picked up and being carried around now.
Big powerbomb. The challenger might be rethinking his title match after that huge attack from the champ.
Rollins sent ringside.
From the top,
Rollins got out of the way.
The Tribal Chief has been dominant over the last 516 days since he captured the Universal Championship. Month after month, he's dominated every top contender on the SmackDown. Whoa!
Oh, God, terrible landing on the outside.
A brutal impact after taking a gigantic gamble like that.
Climbing to the top. What's he having from the top?
Crash landing. Vicious right forearm.
One step ahead there. He gets sent straight down to the floor.
Take off. Senton from the apron. The champion is willing to take every risk tonight. I hate to say this, but the Tribal Chief has become extremely frazzled without the benefit of having the bloodline by his side.
Every little move Rollins makes seems to put Reigns on edge. This outfit, the Shield's entrance music. I bet if Rollins gave Roman a fist bump, it would make the Tribal Chief go nuclear.
Into the ring again now. He's got to mind the count-out rules as he heads ringside.
Reigns with a Superman punch. Absolutely laid Rollins out. And now Reigns can finally overcome his former Shield brother.
And a stomp to the gut, too.
Showing no signs of defense here, guys.
Draped over the top rope.
And Reigns reverses. Forced to the outside. Not a good predicament to be in. Headed out to ringside now. What does he have planned?
Reigns hits it! Did the champ just close this out? I don't even think Roman's aware of where he is anymore. He has tunnel vision for Rollins. The only thing the Tribal Chief is seeing right now is red. And heaven have mercy on Reigns, old Shield brother now.
And here's Reigns now, misses wildly with the clothesline attempt. Spear! Spear by Reigns! Roman Reigns from out of nowhere with a spear!
That could end it for Rollins if Roman could just make the cover. Roman trying to fight through the pain. Oh my, guys. Guys, look at what Rollins is doing. After all these two have been through, Rollins wants that Shield fist bump.
Reigns shaking it off as Rollins continues to try to play mind games.
Yeah, but that may have triggered a litany of emotions within the Tribal Chief. Reigns unsure of what to do.
Roman Reigns determining what to do now. Will he slay his former brother? Reigns now. Look, gonna lock in the guillotine. Submission
Well, there's
move
your
locked
answer.
in. Submission move locked in.
Rollins in major peril right now. Rollins looking like he's starting to fade. Seth trying desperately to make it to the bottom rope. I'm not sure he can make it, Corey.
Trying to make it to the rope to force some sort of break. Seth trying to hang on. How can he do this here? Is Rollins going to tap here? What's Rollins going to do? Is he going to tap out?
Well, he makes it to the rope. Reigns has a 5 count to break the hold.
And Reigns breaks the hold here. Roman breaks the hold, and this match continues.
It just shows you how locked in Roman Reigns is to winning this match. Rollins just motionless now. Roman had that guillotine locked in far too long. Well, the oxygen slowly circulating through Seth again, but I feel it's just a matter of time. The fun and games Rollins has been playing has pushed the Tribal Chief past his boiling point. Did the champ just finish the job? Got him in the corner now.
And that canceled out Reigns' offense. Oh, ended up getting caught up in the air.
Scoop slam. Superman punch by the Tribal Chief. Perfect execution by the champion.
Going for the cover.
And Reigns retains the title.
Here is your winner, and still the Universal Champion,
Roman Reigns has finally done it. Finally earned that title defense against Seth Rollins. Finally exorcised the ghost of the Shield. It looks like a huge weight has been lifted from the shoulders of the Tribal Chief. Roman may never forgive Rollins, but now he can forget him.